Hi friends, welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose and I'm here to share some astrology and tarot with you. Today is Tuesday, March 28th, 2023, and I haven't been on here in a few days, so I had some catching up to do before I got into today's Astrology Today. Please go check it out at Astrology Today. We'll probably refer back to some of this today, but I really want to get into the tarot portion. So first we're going to talk about the card that sits here on the side of the page. And that at this time is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is here because it correlates with the first 10 days or the first decan of the sun's transit here in the land of Aries. Okay, so Aries is a fire sign. Wands are fire element symbolism in tarot. And fire element symbolism is really about our spark, our drive, our sense of initiative and momentum, our desire to take action, right? It's really about planning and achievement, right? We collect these wands as we go through the cycle, and it really always reminds me of like a little bit of a trophy case. You get a wand for each achievement you have unlocked, right? So here we are at the Two of Wands. We're not very far down that path. And so this is more of a mode of planning. We're really at the very beginning. We may have had a couple of achievements already to show us that we know, that we've learned from, that have shown us how to actually go forward with planning bigger goals for ourselves. And now we're ready to plan very, very big goals for ourselves. And I say very big because, I mean, for this person looks to me like Christopher Columbus, just the classic picture of that person that I would see, but it's really just supposed to look like somebody who's interested in exploration, right? And not only is this person looking out over what appears to be the ocean, maybe some other kind of water. There are some mountains in the distance. There's some more local like houses and stuff here. But he's got the whole world in his hand, right? He holds this globe in his hand. And so what he's doing is he's taking a look at what he has, what he knows, and what he can make of it, right? So this is a time for planning. It's a time for discovery. It's a time a little bit for reflection on, what has gone before so that we can make better plans this time. And so, here we are at the beginning of the zodiac cycle, the first 10 days of Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. And it's time to be really setting our intentions and making our plans, thinking about what the next year is going to bring us, thinking about the actions that we intend to take, that we mean to take. And in a way, taking action to sort of solidify our plans, right? So that we can then go unfold them. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. Oh, hey, we got the Magician. I love this. So the Magician is a major arcana card. So it's a bigger message card than say a pip card like this. And the Magician is the second card of the major arcana, but its number is 1. And it's sort of the I am. It says, basically that I have all I need at my disposal to make anything happen. You see there's sort of a magic wand in the hand over here pointing up, and then the other one is pointing down. It's sort of an as above, so below, right? As I think it, so shall it be, right? As I can conceive of it, if I can conceive it and I can believe it, then I can achieve it. That's Muhammad Ali, right? So, pointing to the beauty above and pointing to the beauty below and saying, I can manifest this anywhere I want to, right? And there's a sense of eternity in the I am. It's it's understanding that you are connected to something much greater than yourself, and that's why you are so empowered to create whatever it is that you will of your experience. And also in this picture we have the 4 suits, right? These are the 4 elements, and having the 4 elements at your disposal and the will and the drive and the determination to make something of them is everything you need, right? So you've got air, you've got thoughts, words, and communications. You've got pentacles, which is the physical stuff, including your body and the work you're willing to do. Cups, your emotional life, your intuitive life. And then Wands, your drive, your sense of purpose, your desire, your momentum to go forward. So that's the Magician. This is an ultimately very powerful and positive card if you see it in a reading. And so I'm going to take it as a very positive and powerful card. Also, the one, you know, really indicates like initiation, right? Taking initiative and sort of being initiated to this mystery that is the understanding that as long as I have the tools I need, as long as I can actually really reckon over what is around me, what I have and what I know, then I can create anything that I want, right? So, and there's a planning element to that too, but I'm going to come back to that. So where do we see the Magician on the page right now? I'm seeing the Magician in the Moon and Mars trine to Saturn today. So Thursday is going to be the full strength of Mars trine to Saturn here. And we're going to talk about that too. But the Moon and Mars conjunct today really just makes us way more assertive from the heart, like knowing what is in our heart and having the desire to pursue it, making us a little bit more direct about our emotional expression, making us a little more fired up to act on our intuitions and our instincts, right? Now Mars has just moved into Cancer, so when I say be direct and to take action, understand that Mars is not in its most prominent and powerful position right now, because Mars likes to go forward direct and Cancer likes to go sideways, right? So we're going to say that these two are here to help us make a really good start from the heart, understanding what is in our hearts, understanding what it is that we desire from the core of our being, and being willing to put in the materials, willing to put in the effort, the labor, you know, the sweat of the brow, to create in reality what is our fantasy. So Saturn is in Saturn is in Pisces right now. Forgive my slowdown, but Saturn is in Pisces right now, and Neptune is there too. And Neptune rules Pisces, so Pisces effect is very strong right now. And Pisces effect is sort of to disperse everything or to dissolve everything. It sort of makes everything soft, and it makes everything sort of spread out so that things can mingle and they can become like each other. Things become a little more vague or unclear. There's a lot of uncertainty, but there's also sort of this room in that uncertainty to see what it is that you want, to consider your ideal circumstances, to have a fantasy, a dream, you know. And then Saturn is there saying, okay, I see all this dispersed stuff, but I'm going to need to make some order of it, right? Saturn is very materialistic. It's very interested in creating structures and boundaries and networks for support, right? So this is really about seeking out your ideal network for support, seeking out your ideal sense of structure and boundaries, your ideal sense of stability and support in the world. So we are really empowered at this time, especially today with the Moon conjunct to Mars. And that conjunction really happens around 8 o'clock this morning. And then this Moon trine Saturn happens more around 10 this morning. So really we'll be dealing with this vibe at its full strength between 8 and noon this morning if you're in Central Standard Time. And so, you know, if you feel empowered and you feel a sense of initiative to do something, to take care of something, or to create a plan to do something, right? This would be the time. This would be the day to do it. You know, don't tell yourself, oh, well, you know, it's afternoon now, so I can't have any good ideas, right? Or it's afternoon now, so I'm not empowered, you know, to create reality from fantasy. Okay, I'm not empowered to conceive, believe, and achieve, right? Because you are empowered to do that, especially today. You just get a little extra boost with it. And if you put the Two of Wands together with the Magician, first I see that we have a 1 and a 2. So you know, you could switch those around and say, oh, I'm making progress. Or you can say, switch these around and say, okay, so sometimes it takes two, and sometimes, and, you know, even when it takes two, you know, each of us has to do our part to do, you know, each of us has to do the thing that we are the best at. What we bring to the table is important. So, you know, this is a time for planning to manifest your goals. Okay. This is a time for beholding the fact that you have all the tools at your disposal and that you need, and to search your heart, really search your heart. Okay. Because Mars is in Cancer. It doesn't want to take initiative on anything that doesn't resonate with the heart. Okay. And it's going to be indirect anyway. It's going to be a little bit sideways in its approach. It's not going to be quite as simple as just pointing the wand and saying abracadabra, right? It's going to take a little bit of sort of circling around to the goal at this time, because Mars is in Cancer through the 21st of May. But that doesn't mean it's not a good time to plan, especially through the 1st of April. It's a great time to be planning. It's a great time to be setting yourself up for success. Now, the moon today is saying now is the time to take action, but I really think that action is the action we're taking to do the discovery, to make the plan, to create it in such a way, to get things started in such a way that, you know, all you have to do then is know the plan and act on it, right? And once you know the plan and act on it, your actions are going to be very powerful. You're going to create whatever it is that you desire to. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, friends, thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate your presence here. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.